Get that shit. Rico! Come on, man. Don't go in there, man.
Flashback.
Trump, staying on the topic of immigration, you've said that you're going to carry out, quote, the largest domestic deportation operation in American history, unquote. Does that mean that you will deport every undocumented immigrant in America, including those who have jobs, including those whose spouses are citizens, and including those who have lived here for decades? And if so, how will you do it?
Just 1 second. He said we killed 3 people. The people we killed are al-Baghdadi and Soleimani, the 2 greatest terrorists, biggest terrorists anywhere in the world, and it had a huge impact on everything, not just border, on everything. He's the one that killed people with the bad water, including hundreds of thousands of people dying, and also killing our citizens when they come in. We are living right now in a rat's nest. They're killing our people in New York, in California, in every state in the union, because we don't have borders anymore. Every state is now a border. And because of his ridiculous, insane, and very stupid policies, people are coming in and they're killing our citizens at a level that we've never seen. We call it migrant crime. I call it Biden migrant crime. They're killing our citizens at a level that we've never seen before. And you're reading it like these 3 incredible young girls over the last few days. One of them, I just spoke to the mother.
Flashback.
New York City police say the illegal immigrant accused of raping a 13-year-old girl last week in a park crossed the border illegally at Eagle Pass, Texas in 2021. They say 25-year-old Christian Inga from Ecuador also had a 3-year-old child with him when he crossed, and that he had previously been arrested in Texas but didn't say what for. They haven't said if they know the whereabouts of the child. Police add Inga has been living in a migrant shelter in Queens. He made his first court appearance this morning in New York, and sickening details from his confession were presented as evidence. Fox's Richard Giacovas reports.
In court today, prosecutors revealed what 25-year-old Ecuadorian migrant Christian Inga told investigators after his arrest. Inga says he came across 2 13-year-old teens having sex in Casino Park last Thursday afternoon. He says he decided to join in. According to prosecutors, Inga told NYPD investigators that he tied both the boy and girl together with shoelaces, holding them at knife point, put a gag in their mouths, then took the knife and cut the girl's shorts and underwear off to begin raping her, all while filming the violent sexual attack on his cell phone. Once he finished his attack, Inga told the 2 teens to not move for 20 minutes while he ran away to, his words, buy more drugs. Inga was charged with predatory sexual assault, the highest sexual assault count someone can be charged with, along with rape in the 1st degree, kidnapping in the 2nd degree, and a host of other charges.
At the end of the day, he is remanded into custody.
The violent sexual attack on a child rocked the Fresh Meadows, Queens community for days. The manhunt to find Inga, who police identified through sketches and surveillance photos, finally came to an end early Tuesday morning thanks to a group of civilians who spotted Inga outside a deli in Corona. They punched and beat him and held him until cops arrived. Queens District Attorney Melinda Katz praising those good Samaritans and the 2 brave 13-year-olds who were able to provide an accurate description of the suspect.
It is amazing then from what they went through, their identification, their their memory of the tattoo, the braces, all which was right on point, which is a remarkable thing for 2 13-year-olds to remember.
Richard Giacovas, Fox News.
This is horrible what's taken place. What's taken place in our country, we're literally an uncivilized country now. He doesn't want it to be. He just doesn't know. He opened the borders. Nobody's ever seen anything like. And we have to get a lot of these people out, or we have to get them out fast, because they're going to destroy our country. Just take a look at where they're living. They're living in luxury hotels in New York City and other places. Our veterans are on the street. They're dying because he doesn't care about our veterans. He doesn't care. He doesn't like the military at all, and he doesn't care about our veterans. Nobody been worse. I had the highest approval rating for veterans taking care of the VA. He has the worst. He's gotten rid of all the things that I approved. Choice that I got through Congress, all of the different things I approved, they abandoned. We had by far the highest, and now it's down in less than half because he's done all these great things that we did. And I think he did it just because I approved it, which is crazy. But he has killed so many people at our border by allowing all of these people to come in.
President
it's a
Biden?
very sad day in America.
President Biden, you have the mic.
A few moments later.
The Trump administration announced today that it has started to fly immigrants who entered the U.S. illegally out of the country using military planes.
At a U.S. Army airfield in El Paso, exclusive video obtained by CBS News shows shackled detainees boarding a military cargo plane, one of two C-17s to depart the southern border carrying migrants, and landing in Guatemala Friday morning.
Deportation's going very well. We're getting the bad, hard criminals out.
The White House calls it the official start of their long-promised mass deportation campaign, posting video of Marines operating at the southern border. This week, the Pentagon announced the deployment of 1,500 service members to assist U.S. Border Patrol. Across the country, immigration agents arrested 538 undocumented migrants yesterday. That tops the average of 312 arrests per day during the Biden administration, and it includes 373 alleged criminal detainees.
You're going to run out of money. It doesn't look like you're getting support from the Democrats on this. You're going against the judges now. What's next?
Another flight every day. The teams are going to be out there every day. Every day, the men and women of ICE are going to be in the neighborhoods of this nation arresting criminal, illegal alien, public safety threats, and national security threats. Lawrence, you're not going to stop us. We made a promise to the American people. The President Trump has made a promise to American people. We're going to make this country safe again. I wake up every morning loving my job because I work for the greatest president in the history of my life, and we're going to make this country safe again. I'm proud to be a part of this administration. We're not stopping. I don't care what the judges think. I don't care what the left thinks. We're coming.
A few moments later.
This is a live picture there on the tarmac at Venezuela's main international airport. And you are seeing now yet another deportation flight with Venezuelans deported from the U.S. By the way of Honduras, and it landed there in Caracas. And so you've been seeing some of this undocumented migrants step down the plane there, and they're wearing all white, kind of in these white sweatsuits, gray sweatsuits with masks, red masks. And you see them there. So, looks like the feed isn't the best. But this is the second time we have seen this in just a matter of weeks. And you remember mere weeks ago, U.S. Special Envoy Rick Grenell traveled to Venezuela, brokered with the Venezuelan government. Remember, the previous Biden administration does not recognize Venezuela's autocratic leader, Nicolas Maduro, as the duly elected leader of Venezuela. Nonetheless, the Trump administration brokered a deal with the Maduro government in order for the United States to send some of these deportation flights to Venezuela to return some of these undocumented migrants who were from Venezuela in the first place. And that's what you're seeing right now, some of them. So remember, during the Biden administration, there was a cutoff, a particular date that if a Venezuelan undocumented migrant made it to the United States by whatever means, they would be shielded from deportation under this designation known as Temporary Protected Status, TPS. And so now, of course, with the Trump administration, that is no longer operative. And that is why you are seeing some of these undocumented Venezuelan migrants return now to their country of origin. Now, remember, a large majority of these individuals in the United States and in Venezuela are either accused of and or convicted of committing crimes. And so, remember, tomhoman, the border czar for the Trump administration, said when it comes to deporting some of these undocumented migrants, he says, the worst are going to be the first, meaning that the worst of them will be deported first. And presumably that's what you are seeing right now. And a lot of them are coming off this deportation flight. This is powered there by the airline Conviasa. And so a lot of these airport workers on the tarmac right now. And we're seeing a similar uniform, kind of a gray and white sweatsuit there red masks covering some of their faces, some of their mouths. And remember, here on Live Now from Fox, we have covered extensively the crackdown on this Venezuelan gang within the United States, and they have seemingly found safe harbor illegally. That gang, remember, TDA, Tren de Aragua, it originated in a Venezuelan prison, and some of the members and expats of the gang made their way to set up shop in the United States.
A few moments later.
Yo, this is crazy. They literally got the 18s with the MS together in the El Salvador prison. He says he only sees the MS up there. Where's the 18s at? Bring them to the front.
Ellos representan su pandilla.
Pretty much saying, you see these fools, they're all tatted up in the face. That's how they represent, and that's how they show loyalty to their hood, to their gang. They're starting to let the cameras in so you can see an inside look of how it goes down in there, but it's crazy, man. They literally got all the ops together in one cell. Can you imagine if they try to do that here in the U.S.?
Gangs that used to slaughter each other for control of the country are now forced to live together.
Then the camera dude asked the prison director, hey, why aren't they fighting? Why are they all getting along? How is this possible? And he's pretty much saying that the way that they have the cells, they can see them 24 hours a day. Look, and that guard ain't playing. He's strapped too, with direct view of every cell.
It's Friday night. Do you know where your children are? Dozens of young people on bicycles stormed a 7-Eleven convenience store in Pico Robertson this Friday evening, stealing whatever they could get their hands on, including food and lottery tickets, stuffing their shirts and sweatshirts and pockets with the merchandise, ransacking and trashing the place in a matter of minutes. When it was over, the scene inside was disarray. The violent crowd scattered into the darkness as quickly as it arrived, with all of the criminal activity captured on camera and posted on social media. KTLA has covered several similar cases within the last few months. Often these types of mob scenes or blitzes will accompany a street takeover with dangerous stunts and reckless driving in an intersection. Victims and business owners are left grappling with deciding whether to clean up, keep going, and risk further turmoil or close down for good. A mob of thieves hit this same convenience store back in August.